Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm here to present the communication skill presentation that we were given 2 days ago on chapter 2. Uh, myself, my Saad Qureshi, and my other group members are Usman Sadiq and Aminullah. The topics that I was given was discrimination, sexism, heterosexism, ageism. Without any delay, I would like to start on discrimination. Discrimination is basically unjustified distinctions between human beings based on their gender, classes, groups, or other categories. It occurs when a specific person is treated differently or worse than other people. It also can be defined as acting differently toward a person based on prejudice. It involves action. Now, question could be arose that what is prejudice? Prejudice is basically preconceived opinion that is not based on a reason or actual experience. Discrimination is on the basis of race, gender, age, religion, and it violates someone's right to be treated with respect, dignity, and fairness. The example that I would like to give will help us to explain the discrimination. Suppose that Ryan is working on a construction site. Okay, so the people out there found out recently that he is gay, so they started calling him princess. Now we could see that the people after finding out that he's gay are discriminating him on the basis of his gender. The picture here shows that the person a person with a black person is in front, and two person are at the back and are white. They are discriminating him on the basis of his color. They might be saying that look at him, he's a black person, don't trust him, or something like that. So they're basically discriminating him, which is satisfying the trait racism. Moving on, the topics left are racism, sexism, heterosexism, and ageism. These all are the various form of prejudice. I've explained below prejudice is the preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. A person that believes he's superior in behavior and characteristic from other people or some group of people. Now, okay, question could be asked that how are they formed? They are basically formed when the people are uneducated, self interest causes racism, discriminatory policies, and media. Media also plays a bigger role in forming of these traits by arousing the racism things, the ads that fulfill such type of traits. Like in the picture below, on the left side, we could see a woman carrying the board. The real pandemic is racism. This is a picture from the recent protest on the death of a black man. On the right side, we could see a woman's protesting for their rights. This is a picture from the Aurat March that happened last year as well, and this time as well in Islamabad, Lahore, and other cities. Okay, that's all from my part. Usman, I would like to call you to present it. Wait, so I get off my.
Assalamu alaikum. So the topic of my presentation is improving perception of others. Why is perception important? Because it keeps us connected with the world, and in order to do this, we have to improve the perception. And there are basically 5 points. The first point is question the accuracy of your perception. Try not to overlook things when communicating. It begins by saying, "I know what I think I saw, heard, tasted, smelt, or felt, but I could be wrong. What other information should I be aware of?" Secondly, choose to use conscious processing. When you mindfully pay attention to someone, you are more likely to understand the uniqueness of the person. And thirdly, seek more information to verify perceptions. Seek more information to verify perceptions. Try to collect additional information. Don't judge a person only on one or two pieces of information. This can be done by talking with them. Fourth point is postpone impression formation. It is a natural tendency as human beings to form impression of others or something very quickly. Just in a meeting or two, we draw conclusions about someone. Try to postpone this impression about others until more information is gathered. An example of this is like a person you met in the first semester of your university is one of your best friends now, just because uh, you postponed the first impression of him, which you thought was very aggressive or rude. But with time, as you got to know him better, you became best friends. And lastly, seek clarification respectfully by perception checking. Perception checking is a message that reflects our understanding of the meaning of another person's behavior. Perception checking is also divided into three parts. The first part is describe what you observed. Secondly, offer two possible interpretations of it. And thirdly, ask for clarification. One example of this is like in the first starting of the chapter, we recall Donna's and David's argument. Donna thought that David had broken up with her because David did not reply to her to all night. Instead of concluding to this option, she should have replied, "When you didn't respond to my text today, I thought you were mad at me." This is the first interpretation. Or maybe you were really busy at work. This is a second interpretation. Or is everything okay? Or is it something else? Now, this is the request for clarification that she knows everything is all right and David has not broken up with her. And thank you. This is all from my part. Now, Aminullah.
अमीनुल्लाह काइंडली आप प्रेजेंट करें आप अमीनुल्लाह
So my topic is about the summary of the chapter 2, perception of self and others. So, what is perception? Perception, first of all, perception is the process of selectively attending and assigning meaning to information. So, in this picture, you can see that the lady on the left says that the number is 6, but on the right side, the man says that the number is 9. So they have they have different perceptions of this number, but they both are right about the perception of the number. Move on. Social perception. Social perception consists of how we perceive ourselves and others. Self-concept. Self-concept is the mental image we have about our skills, knowledge, and our abilities. So you can see in the picture self-image, self-worth, self-image. Move on. Self-esteem. So what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is about you believe on ourself. If you believe on ourself, you can do everything in your life. So you can believe on ourself. Self-perception influences communication in terms of how we talk to ourselves, to others, and our abilities to communicate competently with others. If we can improve these factors, so we can improve the perception of others. So these factors are observing others, number two, using stereotypes, number three, emotional states, number four, perceiving others' message, number five, improving the accuracy of social perception. If we improve these factors, so we can improve the accuracy of our perceptions of others. So that's my topic. Thank
Okay,
you.
everyone. Thank you very much. That's what all from our side.